What's up, Brandon? All right, y'all. What's happening? Welcome to another weekly episode of SW Live. Today is going to be a really great discussion. We have we have a panelist of male cast today, and they're going to be talking to us about a couple different things today. And let me see, okay, he said hear me. All right. They're going to be talking to us about a couple of different things today, but ultimately about why they're single or why they choose to be single, why being single even is a topic of discussion. We have to talk about it because we're always talking about a lot of the things that affect women, and those same situations affect men. So we're gonna dig into it, and I love the fact that we got all males today. Only time I want to really pinpoint any females or any women portions to the conversation is when we actually we start talking and letting them explore themselves. We do have a link on here that if you do want to come in and join the conversation, you can click the link and definitely do that. But for the most part, we want to hear from the males today, okay? So I'm gonna bring everybody on one at a time, let them introduce themselves, and then we're gonna get this show started because they're gonna definitely be a part of the quote of the day. So let's get it started. Let's see if we get this off of here. I'll run this by every couple of minutes just to give people the opportunity. Let's start with our first guest, Mr. Diallo Gaiman. What's up, Diallo?
Good evening.
Good evening. You got your name up there? I don't see your name.
It's up there.
It's up there. Let me take off some of my stuff because it might it might be me. Hold on one second. Let me remove. There we go. All right. We have Diallo here. Diallo, introduce yourself.
Hello to everybody. I'm Diallo. I'm from Tallahassee. I'm 49 years old. I've been single for about 3 years now. I've been married before, and being single for me is a choice.
It's a choice. All right. That's what we want to hear. Let's go ahead and move on to our next guest, Big Hugh. What's happening, Big Hugh? You muted and you're invisible right now. So jump on the screen when you can. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring on the other. Oh, there you go. You coming?
I'm coming.
You coming?
How to get my camera back popping? Okay.
I see. You got a little bit of an image there, but you got to bring you on.
Damn, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's happening, Big Hugh? Introduce yourself.
What's going on, man? I'm Big Hugh, man. I'm a comedian, man. I'm originally from Quincy, Florida, but I live in Tallahassee now. I went to Armory after high school. Traveled the country and then came back here to Tallahassee, and I haven't been to Quincy since. I've been married twice. My first wife left me for a best friend husband, and my second wife unfortunately passed away in 2020. And I've just been trying to just chill, get myself together to write new chapters in my life.
All right. Well, welcome aboard, Big Hugh. Thank you for joining our cast today.
Yes, ma'am.
And Big Hugh's original name is Brandon. So I'm gonna call to separate the fact that we got two Brandons on the show today. I'm going to call him Big Hugh, and we're gonna call the other one Brandon, okay? Or B, however it works. We're gonna do that just so that we can keep it from being mistaken. All right. I feel like I got an eyelash in my eye, y'all. I cannot get it, but I know it's there because I feel it. All right. Now, if you wanna mute your mics in the process of waiting for everybody else to come on, just in case you may have background noise, you are welcome to do so. But just be ready when it's your turn to speak, okay? All right. We're gonna bring on our next guest. What's going on, sis? She said she's ready for this show. Not take your picture off, Diallo. Just mute your mic. And Big Unc, he say peace. What's happening, Unc? All right. So let's bring on our next guest. What's up, B?
What's going on, y'all? I apologize. I'm in the middle of finishing up a practice, and I'm happy to be here. I think this a great panel, and I think it's an interesting topic to kind of take a deep dive into. So I appreciate you having me again, Shelby.
You know, B, you gonna have to keep coming back, and you keep the people interested, so they like having you aboard. So welcome aboard again, B. Thank you for joining the cast today, and it don't matter that you're at football practice, that's your priority. So that the fact that you even took me in today to allow this opportunity, I appreciate it. Okay, brother. So
Sounds good.
thank you. All right, let's bring on our next guest. We got and before as I'm going, let me go ahead and bring Speedy on. Speedy, not put his name on here. What's up, Speedy? Can you hear me?
What's going on?
How you doing?
What's going on? Yeah, I
Now,
can hear you loud. I can hear you loud and clear.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Dennis Williams, aka Speedy, for those of you who know me and those of you who don't. My name is Dennis Williams, and I'm from Tallahassee, Florida. I live in Houston. I've been here for almost 23 years. You know what I'm saying? I guess got to say, life good. Continue to keep God first and smile every day. That's about all I got, because ain't nothing bad in my life going on.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, everything is copacetic.
I like that, Speedy. Thank you.
Everything is copacetic, man. We live.
Thank you for joining the cast today, Speedy. We got one more person that's going to join the cast. His name is Robert Sticker. He's going to join in a little later. He got a meeting that was called in at the last minute. That's that Capricorn stuff, y'all. We just had that show last week when we talked about Capricorns, baby. They about their business. They cannot. I mean, he dedicated himself. He coming, but it's still all business. It's a business. It's business first. Say it again.
That's light-skinned activity, Rob.
And then we have Rod Jefferson. So I found out today Rod wanted to be a part of the show anyway, but he is in a relationship, so he do not fit the bill. I had to kick him off the show. I was like, listen, had you told me this up front, we wouldn't even put you on the flyers and advertise. But I appreciate you calling me today with the honesty, because he just wanted to come in and be a subject matter expert on being single. Only single people. We only talking, even if you dating somebody, that don't mean you're in a relationship. But if you're in a relationship, we do not want to disrespect your people by bringing you on to have single man conversations. So we had to get Rod off the show today. He's still great. He's still gonna watch. He's still gonna tune in, but he could not join us today because he has other obligations. He's a taken man. That's a big obligation. So, all right, I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and get into it. Yes, really, DeMarcus, he had to go. He can't come in here and talk. He can't join the cast. How can Queenie Kings get off of Capricorns? I'm just saying, Queen, y'all about y'all business. So we're gonna jump into the quote today. The first topic of conversation will be the quote, and I love to bring this to the guest's attention because the quote gives us it's like a opener, and what is that? Icebreaker, an icebreaker to the show, and we'll go around the panel to let y'all respond to it. So the quote is, being with no one is better than being with the wrong one. Sometimes those who fly solo have the strongest wings. What do y'all have to say about that? Big Q, let's start with you.
You know what? I can definitely vibe with that. Being by yourself sometimes is better than being with the wrong person. Wrong person can bring you down. The right person can build you up. Amen. A wrong person can bring toxicity to you. Amen. And the right person, can bring peace. So I think it is sometimes in some situations better to be by yourself. Amen. But I don't think the situation is most necessarily your whole life.
That's correct.
Okay. Maybe for the time, or maybe for the journey in which you're going through at some season in your life, maybe being by yourself is good. Amen. Because the wrong person can taint you.
That's true. I like that. Dennis, what you got?
Well, you got to try. See what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna know if she the wrong one, if you don't try it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I always come to, being on your own and then being mature in your own self-worth, meaning you understand what's going on with you. So if she don't fit the bill or she don't make it, she just gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? This a trial and error. We're gonna try it out. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you ain't the right one, then you getting left automatic, because we're gonna tell that in the first week what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't give it a chance, then you know what I'm saying, I never know. And I'm a person of taking chance. I'm a chance taker, so I'm gonna take my chances. I ain't gonna be by myself. I'm getting too old. Excuse my French, but I'm getting a little too older. I'm gonna try and do what I did. What the fan you say, you're gonna strike and strike and strike again. I'm gonna strike out. I'm gonna strike out. But I'm yeah.
Well, I like that
I don't
response.
knock nobody else, but you know, I'm a chance taker.
I like that response, and I saw something earlier today that that kind of goes along with what you're saying, that you know, taking that chance. But also, I saw a young man. He literally sent a young lady a hello in her inbox, told her how beautiful she was, and that he may want to take her out on a date. Right. The first response was, thank you, I appreciate that, and would you mind if we can talk off of IG? Because in order for that to happen, I'm going to need you to help me pay my phone bill. This her response. This her response. Okay, so that's what I got. When you talk about certain taking chances, that you don't even got to take a chance no more. You just made a key point by saying sometimes you can know in the first week, and sometimes you can't, because people mask things. But she took that mask off from jump and was like, "Look, hey, this what I need, this what I want, and if you ain't got it, then." And he never even responded. He just kept it kosher and just moved along. But listen. This man said, "I find you attractive. I want to take you out on a date." And your response is, "First and foremost, that would be great. But in order for me to talk to you outside of IG, I need help with my phone bill." So,
hey, that was the first cue right there. It wouldn't have been no more. But they did what they say. No deal. It would have been a no deal from as soon as she got that I need help with my phone bill. There'd been no more service, disconnection. You dead. You know what I'm talking about? Just straight up, because that's the wrong energy anyways.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? When a woman expect a man to do something, she don't see people don't realize women don't expect man. They just on some try him and see what he talking about. That's all that be about. That don't be about how niggas be like, "Oh, she gonna try to take me for all the money, or she just wants some bread." No, she just finna try you. If you good, you good. You know what I'm saying?
Had he responded with, "Okay, I'll pay your phone bill," that would have been cool. No, it wouldn't have been cool. He still would have had the notion of knowing exactly what he's dealing with, and that's what it is. You got to do something you got to do something to see me. You got to do something. Is basically what she said. Let's get to Diallo. Diallo, what's your
I'm from.
Go ahead, Dennis. What were you saying?
I said I'm from the show me state. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already knowing in my head right there. It's over.
It's
baby.
over.
You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, if she really like him, women, I'm gonna tell you something about women. Women already know what they want anyway. So if they find you attractive and they know that they'll give you a chance, that won't even came out her mouth. But since he was a sucker, it came out her mouth. She like, shit, he ain't really the type of dude I like. But if he break,
that don't make him a sucker. That just make
really
him.
Then he gonna be just out.
It didn't make him a sucker. What it made him, she just thought he was she thought that. She just felt like, I could say that to him. I could use this, and and if this is either gonna run him off or it's gonna either do what I want from the situation. Diallo, what you think about the quote?
You're making me.
No, I want to say I appreciate the fact that Big Hugh went against the grain, because you know, I think everybody probably thinking that it's best to be alone than to be with the wrong person, which is my concept, because I mean, now in my life, I'd rather be alone. When I was younger, man, the headaches of being with the wrong person, it balanced out with having a friend around, having somebody to talk to, somebody to kick it with, somebody sex, you know. So in my younger life, having the wrong person in my life was okay to a certain degree, as opposed to being single. But now I'd rather be single than to have the wrong person in my life.
That's right. That's a good. I like that. But you hit some key notes, because a lot of us on this, not just panel, but even in the comments, we dated people and we allowed certain things to happen because we were young, dumb, and full of cum. But as you get older, that cum start to seep out, because you ain't just thinking about sexuality. You ain't just thinking about what it is that can get you off, or how good she look, or what she. It got to be some type of promising actions there for people to want to settle down. So I definitely agree with that. And I'm personally one of those people that believe at the age of 42, if it ain't about nothing, I don't want nothing to do with it. I will chill alone. And I do not have a problem with Shelby. So as long as you don't have a problem with you, but you can be okay, but it still does get lonesome. It does. It's not an easy thing just to be like, I just want to be alone, because nobody wants to be alone, but you don't want to just deal with any and everything. Brandon, what you think?
I think companionship is like the ultimate goal, especially the older you get. I think it's important to want to be with somebody and grow old with somebody. But I think for most men, I think a period of being alone is extremely important, because for you to be able to build with somebody, you kind of got to understand and know yourself. You got to know the good things about you. You got to know the bad things about you. You got to know the things that you're going to take, the things that you're not going to take. You got to do the self work on yourself. And ultimately, regardless if you're with somebody or you're not with somebody, you got to feel happiness within yourself, because another person ain't going to make you happy. You know what I'm saying? They just supposed to compliment you. So yeah, I think it's important for men at some point, and most men between like the ages of like, from what I've noticed, between the ages of like 30 and 40 years old, take a moment. And sometimes that age pass, but they take a moment just to spend some time with themselves, just so they can understand themselves. Because after you done with all the games and shit like that, ultimately every man goal, especially if they haven't been in a serious relationship or a serious marriage, to ultimately put themselves in a situation where they can compliment a partner, build with somebody, and not have to worry about that partner making them feel whole, happy, or secure. I think that all comes within, and I think that comes with a period of isolation or separation, or what people would say loneliness.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. Great. All right. You fellas hit a lot of key points, and those key points are going to take us into our conversation, because we got I have a great topic and a couple of issues that I want to address, because I feel I'm not one of those people that believe that there's that every woman is a good woman. I do not believe that. I do not believe that every man is a good man. I do believe that people have good qualities, but that does not make you good overall for everyone, or for somebody that you might be dating. Because a lot of times people bring baggage, trauma, and unnecessary heaviness into relationships, and they throw it on you, energy. They give that energy, and then it starts to break you down as a person. I'm a witness of that, you know what I'm saying? Because we, as partners, we try to be more to that person than they even are to themselves. We try to be 100% checkmate for them, and they may only be given 50%. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta see where your value is, and when you know how valuable you are, you will start to not let people handpick how they want to deal with you. They will not. You will not allow that once you start realizing the goodness of who you are. Now, first topic is what I want to talk about. The first topic that I wanted to bring aboard was the being able to be non-sexual, the self-control of that. And a lot of men don't have control of their urges. It shows exactly how strong you are and how sure you are in yourself when you know how to balance and master the urge of not having to. If you see a woman and you be like, God damn, I'm not saying don't look. I'm not saying don't even give yourself the opportunity to introduce yourself. But what I'm saying is not going into it head first with the thought of sex. How are you all when it comes to balancing y'all urges? Are you good at balancing your urges? Do you give in at times because you're feeling low and you feel like you need to have somebody to mess around with? Where y'all at with that, and where are y'all at with that in y'all lives right now?
Boom, easy.
It don't matter who start. It don't matter who start. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so a friend of mine told me a long time ago. I don't know why he had a particular age, but he was like, men don't really get control of your urges until you're 34. That was this long time ago. And he was right to a certain degree. I don't know about that exact age, but of course, the older you get, the better you are with controlling your urges in general. But I gotta put this out there for real. Porn, man. It's so much porn available and out there. And I ain't trying to change the direction of the subject, but I gotta say this is one of the when you ask me about this is one of my answers to like, why are you single? Because, man, for that part right there, I have learned over the years and probably abused porn, and it helps. Now I'm just being honest. It helps you with your urges. When I was a younger person, and I used to go out, and I'm knowing, like, for instance, if I didn't have no girl, no lady at the time or whatnot like that, and I wasn't trying to get down like that, man, I knock one down before I go out. And that kind of helped with the urges, But I mean, of course, over time, it has been abused, to the degree that, of course you need a woman, you can't kick it like that by yourself forever. But to answer that question, as far as urges and porn, unfortunately.
But so as a young person, that's probably good and true before you learn how to actually secure your urges. But at the point where you have your urges secure, because porn is still abusing your urges. It's still the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that to make you feel like, oh my God. No, but seriously, even with porn, you still have to have self-control.
Yeah.
So where are we at as a full group? They giggling at you, Diallo. Hey. Where are we at group wise? Hey. Not even just group wise, it personal. Hey. Go ahead, Dennis.
Hey, you got to understand though, man. Keeping it 100 though, because on some real, like if you in the relationship, as soon as you think about, man, I could go pop something real quick. And then you be like, well, fuck it, shit. As soon as I get me, I ain't gonna want to do it no more. So she gonna be dead if I wind up going upstairs. You know what I'm saying? So I can shoot in the shower real quick. Once I get me what that boy say, the thrill is gone. Even if I want to, I'm gonna shake it till tomorrow. Because you know what I'm saying? So at a save, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be 100.
That's right. And that's all we need. That's all I want today is pure honesty. And I feel that because that's not even just true for men now. I'm telling y'all, women will get off and then be like, you know what, he don't even look good no more. It's because sometimes you really got to see it for yourself and get your feeling, because that's all it be sometimes is a sexual urge. So once you feel it and get it out the way, that conversation with him don't even sound good no more.
It's over with for her too.
I think I can't speak for everybody, right? I done had my stints where, all I did is run circles around the city. But I think, at a certain period of time, each man is different. I think it's moments where you just gotta have some level of self-discipline, You know what I'm saying? When you trying to level up and do some shit different. And I can admit that I done had spurts where I practiced celibacy just for the self-discipline, just because shit, I just want to be the strongest individual that I can. Not to say I don't have urges, not to say I don't handle my urges at time, but you know, when I'm trying to level up and do some different shit, for me, you know, I understand that you got to master and control all urges and powers. And one of the easiest and weakest way that men fall is by the urge of a woman.
Yep.
So it's dudes that get set up, get robbed, get played on, catch STDs, get tricked out of position just because they couldn't have a level of self discipline. So I mean, I done had spurts where sex just wasn't even on my mind. And if it was, you know what I'm saying, just had that self discipline. I mean, of course, we all have masturbated, but I don't even want to fall weak and victim to that, because even with that, that take your mind off the shit that you need to be doing. So I can only speak for me, but I think at some point every man should take a moment of celibacy. I don't give a fuck if it's a couple of, if it's a month, you know what I'm saying, 3 months, 6 months, you know what I'm saying. But that's just for me. I can only speak for me.
Okay,
All right, though.
that's y'all are hitting some really key points, and I think this is good for women to hear as well, because they automatically, y'all, dog in the background, he upset right now. So if y'all hear him bark, just ignore him. I'm gonna calm him down once I go back on mute. But what I will say is, I think that Brandon hit a lot of key points with that particular thing by saying that you do have the time where you still need to fulfill urges, but also you still have the opportunity to take times of celibacy to work on yourself. Because if we're not mastering ourselves, what are we doing out here? What are we doing? That means you can let anybody get over on you. That means that if no matter what I might have or what I might not have, because you know, condoms ain't as big as they used to be no more now. So y'all think everything pretty is trustworthy. And people think everything that's handsome is trustworthy. So you got to be real cautious with stuff like that. And I really, really like the way you put it when you said sometimes you have to go celibate and sometimes you do have to go and enjoy your urges. But you got to be careful out here, because people take the time of you being sexual with them, meaning that y'all either gonna be in a relationship or there's more than what you're putting out there. And that's what we're gonna lead up to our next deal. Big Hugh, did you want to taper with that, or you want to go ahead and jump into the next subject?
You know what? I actually did. I mean, I don't, bro. I think I'm at a point in my life where I kind of do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really, taking no time to try to, I'm a classy person. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if I invest in something, amen, I'm expecting to get an investment out of whatever I invest in. Now, I'm not saying, every woman that I talk to, every woman that I approach, I want to fuck immediately. But if we on about, 3, 4, 5 dates, I'm be trying to make moves somehow. Amen.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like, I totally agree with you that. But in regards to the question, I just feel like you shouldn't become a slave to nothing, especially with the pussy being so powerful. You don't want to become a slave to it, because it take you all up and through there.
Absolutely.
I always had the feeling.
I'd have been in bushes behind pussy. I done crawled up on a semi truck.
Yes, sir.
Trying to climb up on the semi truck, try to get to the other side so they ain't see me in the parking lot. I done did some shit like that over pussy. I done did some crazy shit over pussy before. But I think at this age, I just I bet stuff. I take my time. I don't even really talk about sex when I'm dealing with a female. But if I'm investing my time, I think after a while, I'm gonna just be natural as a man and push up on you. Now, if I ain't trying to do nothing, then I probably shouldn't be investing my time with you. But when I'm investing my time, my time is, amen.
Believe it. Amen, brother.
Yeah, I feel.
I feel that too, though, Big Hugh. Like if you're dating for a reason though. You're not dating just to be out here just like, oh, I'm just out here spending money on you. I'm out here hanging out with you. And time is huge, almost way more than money now. So you gotta be upfront too. Speak about what it is that you want from the situation as well, because that kind of, they might want the same thing. And if you sitting there like just thinking that I got to do 1,200 things before I can even approach that situation, then you might not ever get to that situation.
It ain't gonna be
that you just stalling out. There's some women that ain't really sitting right here just waiting. All right, we're gonna jump into this next part. All right. First and foremost, I said today that our panelists are going to tell you about why they're single and decided to stay single until that right one comes along. But another one of the important real reasons why good men choose to be single is because that they have trauma and issues that they want to resolve first as well. Does anybody want to speak on trauma or things that have put them in the seat of singlehood?
Yeah. The life I've lived, it's hard for me to put anything past anybody. Especially especially women in today's society. So, that if I could speak on that, and I've seen a lot and done a lot, so it's just hard to not think that anything can't happen at any time.
Anybody else? I think B froze.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Back in, I think it was like 2002, I fell in love. You know what I'm saying? I moved to Texas. I was gone. I'm in the city. I ain't never going back. So I did some stuff in my life that landed me in prison for a little while. This person I was with, we money having, doing things. I'm leaving everything, thinking you the one. I go to prison about 4 years in. The people tell me I got another year for parole. I get ready to come up for parole. They're telling everybody I'm the big sucker. Oh, my old lady love me. She 100. She ride with me. I got homeboys shooting her bread for me. So long as everything okay, it's all good. This the trauma that hurt me. My auntie wrote me one day and she say, I think you need to find you somewhere to stay when you get out. I said, what you mean? I'm talking about everything. Your heart, that motherfucker was in my drawers. That hurt me so hard. Cause I'm thinking, man, I ain't got no family out here, bro. This is all I had. It's over with. What I'm gonna do now? And this is then. I said, you know what, man? I'm a whole player. I'm finna go get my stuff together. I'm gonna go to trucking school, get my CDL. What? It not the ball in my court, but it hurt me so bad though, because it made me do what he said. I was up under the car in the bushes. I was coming out the ceiling fan. I'm trying to be like, I'm in that motherfucker praying. Can I be a roach for a day or fly? Let me get in there. You know what I'm saying? But I had to suck it up. That's what taught me that what changed me to the speed I am right now, to this day. For 20 years ago. Now I'm so ruthless. I'm so ruthless with no toothless. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. If a duck could pull a truck out, don't listen to me, just hook him up. I'm trying to tell you. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm at in life with it. But, you know what I'm saying? It just made me man up because I was so childish and I was young-minded and all I thought was, you could do this and do that and everything gonna always be in your favor. But don't nobody owe you nothing. But just the fact that to have somebody that actually gonna wait with you and love you and nourish you and have your structure, your backbone, that's very rare. You know what I'm saying? And if you get it and you see people with it, that's a luck. That it ain't luck, but it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
For
Because it's
sure.
rare. And I don't care what nobody tell me. I ain't too many good women, and it ain't too many good men. We all fall victim to certain stuff, but it's very rare for a man to find one that that's why he cheat. But he ain't gonna find what he really want because it's always something that he ain't gonna tell you about or she ain't gonna tell you, but that he gonna know and she gonna know that ain't right. On that, I'm telling you, it's never. If a man gonna cheat, it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And he could be dumb, cause we some dumb niggas at times. You know, we do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can attest what I do. I can't speak for y'all boys or the audience or whoever, but I know I do a bunch of dumb shit that I ran off a few good ones. But it's still though, it's hard to find a real woman that y'all know what I'm talking about. It's hard to find one motherfucker that finna stomp down and look, nigga, you broke. I got you. Just chill. Ain't gonna pull you, or if you fucked up, you gonna help her get right. Or if you man enough to say I'm gonna help pay bills, you get your money, you save your bread. I'm up. If one of us up, because first of all, I ain't finna fuck with a woman who fucked up and I'm fucked up. We ain't gonna make it no way. That ain't that.
But
I don't
we
care
too
how
old for
good we
that
feel
though.
together. That's
We
not
too
gonna
old
work.
for that
So
anyway, Dennis. We too old for that. If you at this
yeah,
age anyway, you need to be it ain't time to go out there and just build from scratch no more. If you still trying to build from scratch, you done been fucking around your whole life in the wrong direction at this age.
yeah.
The age does matter.
But it's a lot of us that fall victim to that, because I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people that I know growing up where we grew up from, our mothers kind of nourished us too much to where they never put us out to do with our own. So it's a lot of people that I grew up with, and me myself personally at a younger age, it was hard for us to figure out to be men, because we had our mamas and sisters and people around us that were gonna just keep you. You can always stay here, never have to man up, you know what I'm saying? And that keep you immature in the mind, gonna always have a man negligent in his relationship.
And
Because first of all,
but to be fair, after a certain time frame too, we can't even be looking at the way we were raised, because you've been grown longer than you've been a child.
Yeah.
So at that means that you need 40. To be utilizing. That means that you need to be utilizing your time and your resources more correctly, so that you won't be still stuck on what happened when you was a child or what happened when you was growing up. We do have to grow into who we are for reasons. But I do realize what you're saying, because a lot of us do face a lot of those issues of the childhood negligence and the things that we were exposed to, and the certain ideals that we're supposed to have or not supposed to have. A lot of those things do shape us into who we are, but it's up to us to rebuild that person and change. Diallo, you want to speak on that?
Oh, absolutely. On trauma, right?
Yes.
Yes. I got to admit 100% that trauma is another one of the really big reasons why I chose to remain single. I didn't really realize how much trauma I had and how resentful I was until I decided to stop drinking. That's a year ago. I decided to stop drinking, and through my sobriety, different programs and whatnot like that, I realized that I had a whole lot of trauma and a whole lot of resentment from shit that I've been through in relationships, which had me in a bad place. And that's one of the things that was making me drink a lot. But most definitely, past trauma, that holds you off. That'll hold you back. Pain, going through things in relationships and in past relationships. So most definitely, I realized that a certain amount of healing needed to be done, because there was nothing I can bring. I'm trying to be in a relationship with a woman, and I ain't strong on no level, So I definitely feel like trauma is a huge part, and of course you can't let that hold, because we all got trauma. You're gonna probably have trauma till you die. So it can't necessarily be an excuse to use forever. But when you screwed up, and I know I'm screwed up, or at least was for a long time, I felt like I had to work through a lot of those things before I can move on with somebody else,
That
kind of go back to what you said earlier with your first question, still taking some time to kind of do that self work and kind of work through them traumas, and kind of pinpoint where some of that stuff began. And even if you can't work through it, just kind of understand it and kind of try to navigate through it. Somebody said something about go seeking therapy. That's a very important thing. But a lot of Black men weren't taught in the Black community to really voice how they feel on the inside. So even if you don't feel comfortable with that, I think taking that time to work on your trauma and do that self work is extremely important.
Yeah, I agree.
I definitely agree. Y'all really hit some key things when it came to that trauma. Trauma is a killer of a lot of relationships. It's a killer of a lot of growth. It's a killer of a lot of possibilities because we reflect so much on it until we do not feel like we can step outside of it. And with that being said, um, when 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 a man is going through traumatic experiences, they simply do not want to unload their baggage on someone else and get into a codependent toxic relationship, because that's what tends to happen when you start telling people about your trauma. They use it against you, and a lot of times you not only that, they'll start to utilize it into the effects where it makes them richer in certain areas and you weaker, because a lot of people don't build you up so that you can get out of the trauma. They'll start speaking to you how somebody been speaking to you that caused that trauma. So you do have to be very, 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 very careful about who you tell your life stories to, who you vent to, who you lean on. You have to be careful with all of that. You cannot just take the time to just be like, well, she pretty and she look like she'll listen to me. And I know y'all ain't on that level of just the pretty face no more, because we too old for that. But it's still a lot of times where we get caught up in trusting people with us, and it's not the time to do it because they have given you so many reasons why you shouldn't. Red flags, how they deal with you, how they talk to you, how they ignore you when they don't have the time. So you got to think about certain things that lead up to what people can use that trauma against you for. All right. So I thank y'all for speaking on that, because that was vulnerability, and I appreciate y'all being vulnerable in that state with me.
I'm gonna say this one thing. It's not always about what you like, but it's always about what's best for you.
Yes.
So when you think that, you got to look at it like that as you get in a certain age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's growth anyway. That's definitely growth. So some reasons why some men choose to be single include some of these things, and I want y'all to speak on these, because I know that everybody has their reasons for why they're single. But before we jump into why some people feel like they're single, on that from the therapeutic side, I want to hear it from y'all. What is the reason in this particular state that you are a single Black man?
I'll say, can I start? Can I start off?
Go ahead.
Dealing with trauma and actually talking to a therapist and understanding myself and being able to be, emotionally mature and express how I feel and, communicate well, so on and so forth. I think I run into a lot of people that have certain issues that might scare me a little bit, or do certain things that might scare me a little bit. And, it just be simple stuff, for example, talking to a woman, I think it might have been 7.5, 8 minutes into the conversation. I was just saying, at this age, I try not to live with regrets. If I do something, I do it because I fucking want to. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but I try not to live with regrets at this age. I'm old enough to know better. And she was like, well, I think you might need to change the way you think. First of all, ma'am, you don't really know me to be telling me I need to change the way I think. I don't. Who are you to tell me that the way I think it ain't working for me right now? You know what I'm saying? If that shit don't work for you, it might not work for you. But for me, hey, I ain't living no goddamn regrets. I do what I fucking want to do. Now, you, on the other hand, I be doing stuff. I don't be want to leave. Hey, man, I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a lot of that going on. A lot of, people, a lot of people still being traumatized. If I'm talking to you and this is our first conversation, I don't really want to hear about you and your baby daddy situation. I don't give a damn. How are you? What's going on with you? Do you like me? Let's talk about us. Let's talk about our favorite episodes of Mark. I don't really like all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like you telling me what you've been through. You telling me how you feel. And I get over that and holler at your black. That's what I'm talking. That's my answer.
Okay, good. That's why Big Hugh is single right now. Okay, let's go to somebody else.
For me, in general, I wouldn't date myself right now. Honestly, in general, I wouldn't. I mean, I be friends, low level shit, low level surface dating. But at my age, I don't really do that anyway. But what I was gonna say, I had wrote some shit down, but I ain't okay with a lot of the ways that the world is moving. So right now, in my mind, I'm trying to be okay and say that you know what, it's still some good people around. Because at some point, I was like, man, fuck dating. I mean, as far as trying to have a wife and a family and all that. But truth be told, it is still some good people out there, and so as I'm thinking that maybe at some point I want to go back to desiring a family, a wife, or a woman to be around me, this and that. Man, the world crazy. Y'all tripping. The list, when the list came out of the restaurants that we can't take you on a first date, that that canceled me. I was like, oh shit, I know I ain't about to be dating for a minute because most of these places I like in general. I like these
I
places.
like it too. That's what I said. I was like, who made this list?
Who made this list? And that's what that goes to also social media and the internet. They push these agendas and things. Half of that don't even really be the thoughts of actual women. Like we got to take that with a grain of salt. I had to realize I got to take a lot of social media with a grain of salt. Looking at the world and watching the news and social media, and man, I'd be like, oh, I know I ain't ready. But that's one of the reasons for me is the intimidation factor of today's thought process. Women today, it's a lot of sheep. That's one thing I realized. Men and women, it's a lot of sheep. We just follow everything that everybody's doing. For me, that's scary. I'm a different breed. I'm kind of a country dude, but my folks taught us to think for ourselves, and it's difficult meeting for me a woman who just in general just thinks for herself. Everything got to be whatever everybody else doing on Facebook or IG, and I certainly ain't with that new program. So I've been trying to assimilate to a certain degree. I've been trying to put my old school ass in this new world, and it's been a process. So for me, dating coming out of a long actually I came out of a long relationship. I was in a relationship for 7 to 8 years, and it's like coming out of prison. You out here, I get out here and I realize, oh shit, dating ain't the same as it was before. That's another one of the things. I gotta realize shit, I gotta catch up. It's a lot of things I don't know about today's women. Even our older generation of women are caught up in a lot of the new.
They caught
Yeah.
up. You're right about that. They caught up.
It's really difficult. Like I'm not just fighting against just her and maybe her bad upbringing or bad experience. I'm fighting with her and the internet and everything that everybody else think that is okay or not okay when it comes to dating. So that really pushed me back a lot from just pursuing someone or just trying to date basically. So that's some of my main reasons right there. But definitely for me, honestly, low self-esteem has been the driving factor for me, honestly, at least for the last couple of years, as far as getting myself together. I'm a lot of things I'm not okay with. If y'all see me keep blacking out the screen, that's because I keep hitting the black and mild. I still smoke, but I don't like the. I don't like.
It's your honesty so strong that it has me laughing.
That's something, Shelby. That's something I don't like for myself.
I know. We
I don't like that for me. Smoking, I don't like that for me. Bad health, I don't like that for me. What I look like saying to meeting a girl, and I got to explain my health. Yo, I might have some heart situations. She like, damn, she might don't have but a good 10 or 15 years, with me. So for me, the self self-esteem factor, getting my mind straight to a point where I like myself enough to be able to expect someone else. You got to expect someone else to like you. You got to be able to like who you are. I don't like some of the things about myself. So I have been working, Shelby. I've been working on me. I stopped drinking a year ago. Like I said, that was one of the things I did not like about myself. So, and I know I ain't got forever. I got to get back out there sooner or later. But I'd rather work on some things first. Get some strength, get some muscles up before I get out there trying to date.
We're gonna come back to that work on yourself because that's huge. That's huge, D. And I gotta pinpoint something with the working on self, because I think that people, when they say work on themselves, a lot of people will die working on themselves. So we need to know what plan of action, what courses that you taking to actually make your shit more beneficial for you first. So I think that I like that though. That working on yourself is a strong thing. Somebody named CONZ is trying to get in my studio. Who that is? Drop your comment in this comment section, because you ain't coming in here. I don't know you until I know who you is. Okay. All right. So next person. Anybody else want to tell me why they single? We got Dennis and Brandon left.
Brandon, go ahead.
Yeah, let hear me. Let hear me. I want to
know. For me, just taking some time to kind of get my shit together. One, I've been noticing dating in 2024 has not been for the weak-hearted. It seems like it's a lot of code switches. Seem like it's taking place. Seem like I'm noticing like it's a lot of, even for myself, a lot of men that would like to be in relationships, but kind of meeting a lot of women who prefer the single life at this point right now. And just had made that match here. I mean, I'm dating somebody that's kind of testing all my theories, but for the most part, it's women trying to do what men do, and men just trying to just find somebody that they can build with, trust, and allow themselves to be vulnerable with without being judged. And that's kind of really my whole thing right there. Take me as I am. Let's see how we can work together and build each other up and kind of have some. But like I said, a lot of women that I've been meeting, they just enjoy hanging out and doing what they hear on radio and seeing and doing what they see on social media. So, I'm out here, but I guess I'm moving at God's time.
Take your time, my brother. Take your time. What's up, Speedy?
As soon as I hear her playing her car, when I'm on the phone with her and I hear, "Babe, I love you. You mom," is over. No more. You know what I'm saying? No more. I don't care. That could be for me, but when I play that with a mindset with that, no. See, I'm 43. I ain't 23, so I come to a point in my life where I had to be on my own for so long, having to survive and out here by myself with no family out here in Houston. So it taught me like certain values for yourself, as far as, man, hell no, dog, you got to stand strong. But what I mean by that is that I have to get myself together as far as I'm getting older. My health wise, like Buddy say, your health plays a part. Your finances plays a part. So if you ain't together and you still trying to figure it out, and you still study trying to date, it's really putting you behind, because I'm gonna have to impress. Well, not even impress, but I'm gonna have to, if I'm fucking with you, I'm gonna have to help you out at some point, because that's just in my nature. You know what I'm saying? To be of assistance if I'm dealing with you like that. So it'll put you in a behind the state when you got to understand that as you getting older in life, you ain't got no money saved. You getting older, health problems come about. Now, if you get too old and the woman ain't finna help take care of you, because she got to get her little self together too. Now you got to figure out you ain't got no money. You can't pay your bills, your health, so you have to figure out how to be, like you said, you got to be worthy and wealthy, or wealthy in your health, Not the money. Money ain't everybody can get a job at this point. Yeah, better know what you're doing. But and your health. So if you're not a healthy person and healthy, it ain't always got to do with your body wise, like your mind structure, your mental. You know what I'm saying? All that. So if you ain't a strong person and you still want to cheat, going to the why men cheat, we ain't right. Sometimes if you want to cheat, you're immature, you untrustworthy. I can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard for you to.
That health is huge though, Speedy. You hit a key point too. People don't realize that you can't. That's why so many older men get with younger women, because they know that they're getting old and they need somebody to look after them and take care of them. And then, sometimes somebody your age, if you may get somebody your age that may be healthy, but you're not. And so she's still gonna need help trying to take care of you. So a lot of men marry for different reasons than women marry. Trust and believe. There are women, especially when you talk about younger women, they're looking for stability, they're looking for connections, they're looking for love. But men don't just marry for those reasons. They're not just looking for love and stability for their key points. A lot of their key points are going to end up being, what can I trust her? Can I depend on her? If I fall down and I don't got my $100,000 a year job or $70,000 a year job no more, is she going to still carry us until I get my shit back together? If I get medically sick, is she going to carry us? Men look for that type of stuff too. It's just not in a way that women look for it. Women looking for it in their youth, men looking for it in their older ages. So it's just a little bit of a difference in that. So that y'all rocking the show today now. Okay, let's go on. Now we're gonna jump into this list of reasons therapeutically why they say men are single. And I want y'all to jump in at any point and tell me why this might have made the list. Lack of interest in commitment. Nobody wants to be committed. Is that always true about men? Speak up.
Sometimes it's like that.
Sometimes, but not always.
Sometimes you be like, it is what it is at this point. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But at this point, I ain't trying to be locked down. Like, I don't want to be committed. But it's hard to tell a woman that, because on some real, if you tell a woman that you ain't trying to be committed, she might not, the right one ain't gonna deal with you. Now you might get one out there. She might be like, "Well, I know what he about it."
That's true though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If she's looking for commitment, but being upfront and honest about that is key. If you're telling, you just was blatantly honest about it. If you can tell that woman that you're not looking for commitment and she still want to deal with you, and then 3 months down the line she trying to change your mind, because that's what's gonna happen. I'm telling you right now. 3 months down the line, she gonna try to change your mind. Now you might have put it out there front, but let me tell you something now. Women be blind and deaf when it's stuff that they don't want to see or hear. So
that's why you got to date them like you
got to date who?
That's why you got to date them like you hate them when you ain't trying to keep them around. You know what I'm saying? You got to date them like you hate them. You got to already just treat her like you got to treat her like that. Like, she already know, like, oh, it's over with. After the third time, you just dogged out. Like, she came over there, as soon as y'all get done chilling, you be like, what you finna do, home girl? You know what I'm saying? And she get that a couple times.
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
She get that once she get that a couple of times, she gonna already know I ain't gonna even try him like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna try him like that. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's funny about that though? You know what's funny about that though? What I noticed is a lot of women don't mind that shit right there, that you dating them like you hate them. Because if you treat them the other way and show a level of chivalry or something like that, they think something wrong with you.
Yeah.
In today's time, so so it's almost like a catch-22.
Yeah, it is a catch-22.
Can't be too nice.
Some of them ain't gonna even care if you date them like you hate them. They still gonna stick around.
But that's the point though. Like even when I have a conversation with my best friend, I tell him when he be like, I'm honest and I'm straight up with him, best friend. Like I tell them, this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna do. And 3 months later, that's why I said what I said. 3 months later, she in her feelings. Now she want to know where y'all stand, what's coming up next. It's my birthday. She expecting birthday gifts. Negro, we just said 3 months ago this what it is.
Yeah, can't answer these questions if you ask me.
You can't
no gift coming. I call you. I might text you an hour after Christmas. Like I'll text you an hour after later on and say, hey, how you or whatever, but don't expect nothing.
So blatant honesty is what they mean when they say the lack of interest and commitment. Y'all being honest with them and they're not accepting the honesty. So it makes you decide that this is not what I want, or I don't want to deal with this. And so that kind of stuff, the commitment is big for women, but commitment is even bigger for men. Y'all are committed to not wanting to be committed. So therefore, you need to make sure you're dealing with somebody who don't want to be committed. Don't go into nothing. If she already showing you signs that she want to be your lady, don't do it, because now you done hurt somebody and you played with them, and that's what they're gonna feel. Even if you came out with your honesty and she still turned around and said, "But this is what I want," and you still mess with her, you are not dealing with a catch-22 anymore. You just put yourself in the hot seat.
And I want to say also, Shelby, that today's society don't really support a woman that wants to be committed.
Oh, correct.
Like it's just way easier to rock with the new way of everything. You just kind of women act just like men, and for me, that's disgusting. I am old school. I think I'm the oldest one on this panel. I'm old school. My dad and my mom was married for 40 years. When they got divorced, to this day, my dad still I'm not saying that's how I want to rock. My dad still take care of my mom. And so the commitment level is different. For me, it's disgusting. My options is disgusting. I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to commitment. Because honestly, a lot of the women that you meet and they be talking that commitment jazz, they ain't for real. It's so many games being played. And like I say, society don't support a woman who has a mindset of being committed. You know, it's all kind of ways to cheat and fuck off on your man, and society supports that. So it's trust. That's true. You know, trust is very difficult when and trying to believe that someone is like-minded.
Yeah,
I feel so sorry for y'all, bro. I really do. Like, I really feel sorry for y'all because I know lots of good women, and I know lots of good women who ain't about games. But I also know that those women either probably already committed and in a serious relationship, or they want they want a serious relationship and they're not running into the men who do want to be committed. They are running into the ones that don't want to be committed. So I do think that it's a lot of catch-22s out here. We got to be real careful. Look at what you drinking there. Oh, that's Walter. I was going to say that like a big Remy bottle. All right.
Hey,
the next reason why men choose to be single. Do you all feel that y'all have inadequate flirting skills?
No, my flirting skills are not inadequate at all, amen.
Mine is. On the other hand, mine is, bro, because you know what? I'm used to getting down in the grocery store, seeing somebody at the club or wherever you see them. Not because my son's okay. So I got adult children. My son said, "Dad, you need to get back out there." I'm like, they was like, try the dating apps and whatnot like that. Man, I'm discouraged. Because the way you got to flirt with women now is different than the way we used to have to flirt with women. Chivalry alone was a flirtation device, basically. Just being a chivalrous man, holding the door open for a woman, that was kind of, for us, that was a way to flirt. Nowadays, man, you gotta lie, really. You gotta be flashy, and you gotta be lying your ass off. You gotta be on Instagram, and you gotta be doing this and that. So flirting really then took a whole new meaning. It ain't really flirting no more. It's lying.
You
Faking
know,
it till you make.
my mean, my meaning of flirting. I'm a dater. Soon as she turn around, I'm gonna steal out her purse. That's we flirting. I'm getting that purse, baby.
Hey, yeah, hey, let
no,
me
I'm
get
just
you some
messing
gas,
around,
man.
man. Don't mind me. Hey, don't listen to me, man. I'm just tripping though, but for real though, man. Yeah,
Nah, hey,
yeah.
hello,
Hey,
try that shit.
I'm slick.
Try
Hey,
that shit.
hey,
Hey,
nah, but I'm slick at the tongue though, man. I ain't never had a problem flirting. I'm real slick by the tongue. You know what I'm saying?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we ain't talking about inadequate dating skills, inadequate flirting skills then. So y'all all feel like y'all got y'all flirt game up.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a
No.
little talk.
Somebody said you gotta get on the Hinge app and spit digital game, they say. That's what he say. You gotta get on the Hinge app and spit digital game.
What it is.
My girl said digital game. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to look that up. I got no digital game.
Okay, we already discussed this one. Diallo hit key points on this one. Low self-esteem is another huge reason why men are single. Low self-esteem. We're gonna skip right past that one. Unattractive appearances. Now, this is a huge thing for women. So I know it's just as huge for men. If y'all are you running into a lot of unattractive people that are making you say, you know what? Yeah, God, this ain't for me.
Yes.
And I wasn't
That's
into
another
too
thing.
many attractive women.
Too many attractive? So it's not unattractive for you or me.
It's
I
too
live
many. That's
in
my
Texas.
problem.
I live in Texas. 3 million people. It's a lot of attractors.
Yeah,
You know,
it damn
it's just
sure
that.
is a lot of beautiful women out there. Yeah.
So we're not dealing
It
with
just
the unattractive
this
stuff.
what it boiled down to. I'm gonna tell you something, and this ain't just this what I see. It's so many guys that's like at my age, but they work. You know what I'm saying? They got a regular job, not as good, and you got a lot of women out here from other places that live here that got like 6-figure jobs, but they looking for a regular guy. But they won't know it because when she pull up in a Benz or a Jag and he see that and he got that little bit of Honda, that 2009 Honda,
Intimidation.
he looking like
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna feel like he ain't on her level because he really ain't got nothing saved. Like he really ain't got no bread. Like I'm living check to check. So that'll shoot you off too because if a man feel like he physically or mentally or financially can't provide and this woman really a good person for him, it'll throw him off too. He like, damn, I can't really just help her. I ain't no good for her. You know what I'm saying? The right one will, he gonna play his cards as long as he can. And
So
maybe
men
she can
gotta
help
feel
him
like,
figure it out. But
so if a man don't feel like he can provide and he got more than you, or that's
not
that's
not
it.
not all. That's one of the factors that could play a part in it.
Okay.
To
So
some people,
no,
because you know,
I said that because that's one of our reasons on here, financial increases. And they're saying that women are
yeah.
making more money than men in a lot of cases. And that has left a damper in a lot of men's bad taste in the man's mouth. And they're trying to say because of that, that men that she's more manly than him because of her money. Finances don't got nothing to do with what type of.
I'm gonna still shoot a shot and tell her I'm a dreamer. You know what I'm saying, baby? I got
Yeah,
dreams to have more. I'm still shooting a shot, baby. Steph Curry. I ain't gonna be here forever, baby. I ain't gonna be here forever. If you stick with me.
Now, we just
hey, but I'm gonna tell you something though, Mark. Hey, 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 you ain't lying though because, but Mark, your kinfolk said something real though. There do be flies like, hey, if you could be in a committee, you would love to be in one. Boy, I'm telling you, a good relationship, man. I'd rather
Everybody
chill at
want
my
that.
house all day. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody want that.
Hey, when a man got not all day, but you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go do me doing, you know, I'm gonna go to work, go hang out here and there. But this is what I'm saying. You know how it's for you when you be gone all day and your main thing hitting your head. Damn, I can't wait to get home to baby. I know, but you a text, I'm on your way, baby. You want something to eat before I get there? Like your mind already it going to something different. You're like, damn, I'm ready to get home. I'm ready to see baby. You know what I'm saying? Like you excited by that. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know. You know what I'm saying?
But
She
we
make
know
me
that
want to be
people,
there. You know what I'm
we
saying?
know that people want to be committed and in serious relationships, but it takes time and work. And we just talked about the reasons why it takes the time and work, because a lot of times you traumatized by some past stuff, a past relationship, you traumatized by where you are in life. You don't feel like you leveled up enough. So it's a lot of things that keep you on that couch over here and saying that I'm not going to get up and go mingle at this bar, because we got too many places where we can go to have these opportunities to meet great people. But we do limit ourselves. We do. As humans, we do limit ourselves. So shyness, negative past relationship experiences, and the desire for freedom are three of the top things that they're saying why men choose to be single. Shyness, negative past relationships, and the desire for freedom. Y'all want to be free. Y'all want to be able to move how y'all want to move, and then y'all feel like being in a relationship sometimes make you answer to somebody. Is that true?
Not for me.
To a certain extent.
You want to be free with the relationship.
You want to be free until what? Say that again, Speedy.
You want to be free with the relationship benefits,
and that don't work.
Like
no.
That's what I'm saying. But it just
people want to be married, but they want to. But
that's just how it is.
It don't work.
Yeah, but you know that term "free" is relative. It's relative to your thoughts of what free means. Because for me, being in a relationship, man, my last relationship, man, for me, free is when we going on boating trips, on fishing trips, and I really feel, a sense of freedom. But it was, in being in a committed relationship. So, yeah, men want to be free, but I don't think we want to be no more free than we used to want to be free. I don't think that's something that's keeping us single, wanting to be free.
Because free is a state of mind.
That's why I say it's relative.
Free is definitely a state of mind. I in a relationship, I still want to have my free thoughts. I still want to be able to move how I want to move. Yeah. But that does not mean that me moving how I want to move mean I want to move with somebody else. It just means that I still want to be able to do the things that Shelby likes to do separately. I still want to be able to enjoy me. It doesn't take away from your relationship. Real freedom doesn't take away from your relationship. I do think that a lot of times we tend to believe that freedom is the choice of, I can go over here and still knock down Stacy, even though I'm in a relationship over here with Pam. That ain't freedom. That's cheating.
Yep.
That's
cheating.
What it is.
Catch you coming at the club, the top flight next week. Is she free and you free? You finna jump off over there and go home again. Then now you got her in danger. You being what they call that, untrustworthy, F nigga. You know what I'm saying? All that because you put her in danger. You don't know what old girl be. That's just the choices men make. You know what I'm saying?
Just like y'all said that y'all was laying up on the cars and hiding in bushes. Y'all don't think them women be doing the same thing when they feel like y'all don't think that? How y'all think y'all be getting caught? Their girlfriends ain't telling you this because let me tell you something about women. Women do not dispel their truths like that. So when they're feeling say that again, Speedy.
They gonna set you up. See, a woman gonna be way tougher than we is. She gonna send her homegirl, her partner, go follow him. You gonna be out guard because you ain't watching for her. You looking for baby.
You're not even gonna meet all the friends that a woman have. You're not gonna meet everybody in her life.
That boy gonna take that picture, gonna have her fall. Ain't this him? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that is him. You know what I'm saying?
You ass on FaceTime.
And they're gonna video you. They're gonna make sure. They're gonna make sure.
Girl, there you go.
So why put yourselves in situations like that if you know you're not really ready to be committed? If you're not gonna give that person exactly what it is that they're looking for in you, because at this point in life, nobody's looking for happiness in another person. We're just looking for ways to be happier together. So it's ways that you got to do it where it's not gonna be where your free thinking is you cheating. Your free thinking is you out here giving another woman or another person your time. Your freedom is really just for you. When we say that, if you're in a committed relationship, you still should be able to be free. But you gotta, but your thought process gotta be different though. It can't be that childish. That's why I asked where you are in the beginning of this conversation. I asked where you all at with controlling your urges. Because if you're not good with controlling your urges, you're not going to be good in a relationship. Nothing committed if you cannot control your urges. So next thing, they said the fear of getting hurt is another reason why men are choosing to be single. Why y'all so scary? Tell me.
Because women think that they could be men and move like a man move.
You don't run into all women like that.
I run into a lot. If we talk about single women, I run into a lot of those. Yeah, and
want to be men.
Want to do the roles that men do in regards to say they have multiple men that they dealing with and sleeping with and this and this and that. So as far as you being single, yeah, you can do whatever you want to in this lifetime and in this world. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to date nobody that got a body count that's just as high as mine.
Well, women not supposed to have body counts just as high as y'all.
Exactly. But
it's not. I'm just saying we're not supposed to. I'm just saying that. Now I ain't putting it. I'm just not saying that they don't.
Well, I mean, you know, like my boy said earlier, the music promoted. So I mean, you know.
That's because they caught up. That's the if you allow any type of music to change your thought process, you still a child. If you allow your friend to change your thought process, you still a child.
You know, you're speaking to a lot of 30-something and 40-something-year-old women now.
See, Shelby, that brings us back when I remember when you asked, and I said, as soon as I hear her say, "Babe, I love you," I already know her mindset. She can relate to that because people gonna play what they can relate to. So if she can relate to Sexy Red, oh no, baby. Mm-mm.
Well, and it just ain't it's just the times and the music, like you say, the lifestyle and the culture. So yeah, because she does make provocative music, but I just don't want to put it just all on her. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to.
No, not her. I'm just saying women in general. Like promote that.
Yeah.
All of them. You know what I'm saying? If I catch you listen to one of them ones. Lotto can pass now. She good. Lotto can pass.
You ain't. I don't know. My mindset.
96 degrees.
I don't listen to. First of all, 42. I don't got nothing in common with nobody who rapping that's 23. I just don't. I don't have anything in common with that. But I'm old school rap to the death of me. But when my kids get in the car with me and they play whatever they play, that don't mean my head ain't gonna bop. You just ain't gonna catch me singing that shit. Because that's not where I am. You ain't even gonna hit now. If I'm in the car by myself and ain't no kids in the car with me, you not gonna hear no Sexy Red. You're not gonna hear no Lotto. You're not gonna hear none of that. Because why am I listening to that? My relation don't have nothing to do with that. So I do understand what you're saying about how some women, but I do see so many men and so many women going backwards. They have lived that life. We have done that in our 20s, and that's where we're supposed to left that shit at. When we bring all that stuff up into our late 30s and our 40s, yes, it don't look good. It don't feel good. It don't have a good feel at all. So it is a lot of things that these older women are doing now that make you think that they have not grown up. So I do understand that. I don't want to take that away from y'all at all. I do understand that. I feel that. I have a quite the understanding of that. But I will say again that music, because music doesn't make the woman. Just like if I decided to say that if you listening to nothing but trap music, hardcore music that's down talking women and doing all that type of stuff, and I use that to label and judge you as a man, y'all wouldn't like that too much.
Right.
But it's been done.
It's the shoe it barely is done that way though. B. If we're being honest, men are not being attacked by the music that they listen to. Women are.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
I think the music that men listen to, we don't always go act out what we're doing and what we hear in the music. It might give us a vibe and push us a little bit. But I think sometimes women listen to that music, man, they believe that in their spirit sometimes.
I agree.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not
because you can see it. You can see it. You can see it in the actions. You can see it in the comments. You can see it in social media. You guys, women be quoting. They be quoting and standing by some bullshit just because that shit in the music.
That's why I keep dabbing the dude on repeat.
Same as that silly ass list of places you can't take them because half of the women that be on social media co-signing that list, they be right up in Dairy Queen.
Can't even get. You'll catch that motherfucker at McDonald's line. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I ain't getting the deal. They ain't even getting a value. She getting a deal.
That's one thing I have seen that a lot of these women. That's why I tell people know y'all offline because people that was reposting them lists, I ain't never seen them at no damn at Aloft. I ain't never seen them at Hotel Duval. I ain't never seen them eating food at Shula's or nothing. So how y'all acting like y'all can go to the Cheesecake Factory?
Well, you know what? I did take a girl on the date one time and I spent $250. Man, 3 days later, man, she called me. She said, "Well, you know what, Brandon? I don't think they're gonna work." And I hadn't even did nothing. I hadn't even did. Hey, I thought this was the one. I was, I'm like, I'm finna go. I went for Steph Curry.
How long had y'all been communicating, Brandon?
You know what? It's a person I kind of been knowing for a minute, like most of my life, like high school. I've been knowing this person for a while. I think it might have been about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And I was kind of getting frustrated because I hadn't gotten none yet. And I was still going out and shit. So I was like, damn. So I like, let me step up my game, a little bit. Like, so I really, really like you. And,
she was just hungry, Mookie.
Facts. Dirt facts. Hey, make it so bad. She was like, "Oh, I want to go to this restaurant." I ain't know how much it cost because I had never been there before. It's a little place downtown, man, called right there by Doubletree.
You took it to a lot.
You talking about Savior? Savoy. It's so good in there. It's delicious. I didn't even know that was there. One day I had $120 tab. I was about to fucking cry.
Shit, I did cry. Shit, I did. I had to make a payment arrangement with my light bill the damn next month.
Hey, I went. I'm gonna tell you something.
You ain't gonna do that. No, sir.
Check this out. I went to State 48 one time. I was supposed to meet this girl at State 48. So I ain't never been there before. I'm from Tallahassee. The best you gonna get out of me is Applebee's. So you know what I'm saying? And that's cool with us. But let me show you something. I get to State 48 by 30 minutes before she get there. Cause I said, let me go just check it out. I go in there. That lady said it costs $150 for one person. That's just the original tab. I called that girl and told her, man, look here. Hey, I ain't gonna be able to make it over there, man.
Well, that's right.
That motherfucker done told me to go to State 48.
You saved yourself the heartache and the headache. You very smart.
I better you stop fucking with me.
I seen something that on Black Men Date. It was this podcast topic. They was talking about Black Men Date. And one of the things that one of the men said was, when a woman makes the decision on the restaurant, I always go check out the restaurant before I take her, because I'm going to know if she's trying to get over on me, or if she just trying to get a meal, or if she really just trying to be around me. So I think that was a smart thing to do, Dennis. I commend you for that.
But see, I'm gonna show you what I done learned over my years. Over my years, I learned. I already tell them, baby, let me treat you. That means you gonna go where I want to go, so I can control
that part.
I'm gonna control the
I learned that.
I'm gonna control the narrative from the beginning. I already know what my dollar amount is, but we just eating. It ain't even healthy for us, so we really tweaking. So we gonna eat light. We gonna eat light, man. We gonna go down there. We gonna get us something. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna eat a little light today. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
we
but
got
you
to
know
figure this out here.
Yeah, just take for some from a woman. Do brunch, and then like do a brunch that where it ain't no club. Brunch,
say lunch.
Hush.
Oh, I'm
not a club atmosphere type brunch, because y'all got some bullshit going on in Houston where everywhere you go for brunch, they got the loud music and the DJs. Nobody want to do that. Go take them somewhere for brunch where it's not very expensive. And this is why I'm saying that, because this is what you hint at. Tell them you want to take them out for a tea, or tell them you want to take
coffee.
And if they say that they want to, they don't. If they tell you tea and coffee, or that's too cheap for a first date, go on block her number. You got to go on.
Immediately.
You got to see, because me knowing you for 3 days don't deserve a Savoy dinner. Me knowing you for 3 days, you don't deserve shoeless. So it's not. You gotta, because Big Hugh say he had to get an extension. And I know he's a comedian and he may either be joking or not. But the whole point is, you put yourselves in situations trying to please people, and it's not going to get you what you want in the end.
Let's start off with that coffee date.
I'm telling you. Take them to and Starbucks expensive. So if you're gonna take them to Starbucks or whatever, let them get them a couple of things off the menu, but keep it at a minimum. And then once you see how their mindset is, that's how you continue to move.
Evolve with it.
Our person to sweep you into broke.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
Crafty crab high too. I just wanted to say that. That's high as hell too. Crafty crab.
People take they crab all the time, though, Big Q.
But Shelby, I'm gonna tell you, don't forget about that conversation now. When you hear that woman say you ain't gonna believe this, you might well hang the phone up. When you hear that, hang it up. You hang the phone up immediately. I don't even want to know no more. Bye. Hey, baby, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say that, because that's another thing that'll keep a man single too. He gonna get about 3 in a row before you get one that ain't gonna do you like that. But when you hear that, you ain't gonna even believe this. See, I gotta tell you.
They don't even call me, dog. I'm at the restaurant, dog, standing in front of the damn stove with flowers in my goddamn hand. I'm like, what the hell this motherfucker at? They don't even call me.
That's crazy.
Well, I got a whole list that I want to just say to y'all real quick, and I want y'all to yay or nay me on this before we get out of here, because y'all been real good today. But she said coffee dates is real maturity, and people who like coffee, they do not mind coffee dates. I'm telling you. So if you come to them with that and they say no, it's because they don't like you. It's just that simple. They just don't like you. They're not feeling you. It don't always be that they want something more expensive. Some people just don't want to deal with you. And she said all women don't even deserve $150 dinners, because they don't. They don't. So, all right, now, some more reasons why men choose to be single. They conserve and this is where I want y'all to yay or nay me at. They conserve their energy and they choose carefully more these days. Yeah or nay?
Yes.
Yay. I'm definitely a choosy lover.
They prefer to focus on their other goals. Yay or nay?
Absolutely.
That come first, because you don't get your shit together, they ain't gonna give a damn about how you living, in my mind. So you got to take care of yourself first.
Absolutely.
All right. They never get the woman who they want anyway. Yay or nay?
Who I want, I probably didn't need no goddamn way.
Yeah. Every woman I get, as soon as I lay down, she wake up talking about the nigga ugly. So I be like, I'm tired. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I ain't attractive. I be like, but this the nigga your baby daddy. This nigga you out of control. You know what I'm saying? I be like, I ain't your next bet, girl. I'm your best bet. But I guess You know what I'm saying? Because I'm bald headed and I got gray hair. I guess I'm 44 years, about to be 44. You know what I'm saying? They say, man, nigga old and ugly, man. Let me leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? I can't
lay down with you though, Dennis. That's what I'm saying. So it must was something you didn't do right when y'all laid down. Next thing, they're resolving trauma and their issues first. Yay or nay?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? That's important.
That's important. They want to build financial security before getting serious. Yay or nay?
Nah.
So,
Yeah.
Some of them will wait for you to build it with you, but for the most part, since y'all single, we talk about y'all. Are y'all waiting to build financial security, or are y'all already secure?
I mean,
You
I'm
stay
open
over
to
there.
building with somebody, but I still got the old fashioned mind of a man being a provider. So, you know, you definitely got to kind of have your shit kind of lined up. It might not be all the way together, but you got to have a plan and you got to be in a position to lead, you know what I'm saying? And be in a position to direct, even if you ain't to where you want to be, like come with a game plan. I think a lot of women respect that.
All right, B, good one.
Yeah.
They found relationships to be too much drama.
Oh, yes. Yes. Exhausting.
God damn. I just want to know some of these women y'all done dealt with, baby, because I'm trying to
Look,
I don't
let
think
me be
nothing.
honest.
I don't
Hey,
want to meet
let
them.
me,
I don't want to meet them. I'm just saying I would love to know why they.
let me,
Okay.
let me be honest, Shelby. One of my biggest problems, I had to learn this through therapy, is I was grabbing for low hanging fruit, but expecting top shelf shit.
Yes.
And so,
That's a key thing you just said, D. You just
That's
said,
damn near a quote.
Yeah,
yeah.
that damn near a quote, cause we
That-
damn sure, yeah, that's a quote right there.
You can have a whole sermon on that one right now.
Well, yeah.
yeah,
No hanging fruit.
They just love to have their own space.
Yeah, that's
I
why
do.
men have man caves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Being too
Yep.
picky.
Mine full of Florida State stuff in it.
Go nose.
Ooh.
About to take some ass up money.
So
I got
I want everybody. We're
full
gonna
of
go
Florida State getting my man
ready
paid.
to close out the show. So I want everybody to give a synopsis for themselves as to what. And now this is we said why in the beginning you're single. Tell us one reason as to why you will get into a committed relationship.
Ooh. Good question.
Damn, you said one?
One reason
One.
as
Solid.
to why you will get into a committed relationship.
If I run into someone that is solid, straight up, like that covers a lot for me. Running to someone, dealing with somebody that's solid, because you're gonna go through shit. That don't matter. You're gonna have the attraction issues But if I wanted to deal with someone solid, that's what'll make me. That's what'll kickstart me to wanting to be not single anymore. So that's my answer. A solid
Okay.
woman.
D got it. Who's next?
Um, for me, I think it's just
Big
not.
Q, roll your eyes now. Make them.
I
Go
think
ahead.
for me, I just want to be able to grow old with somebody. I think one of the flyest things is when you see elderly people that still together and still, you know what I'm saying, doing shit and enjoying each other. I think that's kind of fly to me. And then my other reason would probably be legacy.
Okay, I like that. Speedy.
I got to find somebody that got my heart.
What?
I got to find. I got to find somebody who get my heart from the start, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for somebody who wholeheartedly, you know what I'm saying, from the start, they're genuine. I wanted to be I got to go outside the box. I don't want mine from like a different type of cloth. I gotta go, you know what I'm saying? I like a kosher, calm, collective woman, one who ain't gonna really let you do what you want to do, but also gonna give you a bunch of freedom. She ain't gonna be always, where you going, who here? That's over with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real now.
So
that
you know, once
Sagittarius came out of Speedy real good today, boy. That Sagittarius been strong today in
What?
Speedy. I didn't want.
I want my peace. I want my peace because a woman really don't. I ain't gonna lie. We'll do some crazy junk. You know what I'm saying? But if you got the right one with you, it'll make you do right. Trust me. If that right girl, just like they say, you put your heart into what you really want. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna go over and beyond for something you really want. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the bottom. There's no way around it. You're gonna go all in for what you want. So once you find that one, you'll know when she come around. But it's hard because nowadays there's so many women that like they easily accessible for other people, like old people. Like in general, where I'm from, it's so many people that know each other, so they can contact you. I ain't going for that. That's over with. We in our 40s. All that shit dead. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't even be able to contact you except for comment on a post with you and your family. But if they still on that same trying to get, cause they can, nah, man, you still playing into the conversation. I know so much of it. So that's why it's hard for me to pick and choose where I want to go because I already know. You know what I'm saying? I'm already knowing the ins and outs. So I ain't even play myself like that. It's hard to choose which direction when you know 100 people that you would love to date, but 75 of them gonna play games because you already know, because whether they tell you or not, a nigga gonna pillow talk to you and tell you what's going on. So it's hard.
Very good. Big Hugh.
Yeah, I got some personal things that I still want to accomplish in my life, and I think after I accomplish some of the personal things that I have that I want to accomplish, I think I'll make a move with the right person. I think God will place the right person in my life for me to grow. So I'm just keeping my eyes open and focusing on me and my growth. And at that time, I feel it when I get finished, and I ain't like, what you about to do? You know, I know it. Okay, that must be God sent her because I don't feel like saying that right now. You know, when I get to that point, but there's some things I want to do personally, career wise, man, that I'm trying to do, and hopefully I can accomplish it.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all are wonderful for coming on here and being vulnerable and giving us y'all time, space, and opportunity to learn more in depthness about y'all. The viewers and the listeners really enjoyed listening to y'all today. I think y'all gave them a lot to work with, and she said you might just be single, Speedy. I think you might
baby,
be.
I'm telling y'all, they look like I hate them.
Because you ain't even start off with like 10 of you ain't even say like it might be 15 ladies that you might be interested in, but you said 100. You started off with the highest.
Hey, I'm gonna just tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this, Shelby. Anybody that know me know I'm like a art of disguise type of guy. So if you take me serious, that's really the opposite. What I give you is the opposite of who I really am. And those who know me know that I'm a jokester. So to be real with you, I'm on my shit. I got a career. I got a nice savings account. I got 2 kids only, 21 and 9. So I did something right. You know what I'm saying? 21 and 9, 2 girls. When God gave me my 2 girls, I stopped fucking off like that. So because I got girls that I got to show that I can't be who I used to be. So I have
matured a lot, Speedy, and I can say that. But I do feel that there are a lot of aspects to today's listening to y'all that lets me know that you all are dead serious about why you're single and what it is going to take you to change your mindset to not be single. So I take that very serious for you because it gives me understanding of how much more you have to grow, how much more you want to do, how much more you want to see before you decide that this is something that you want to be serious with. So there's nothing wrong with that. Don't think that being single is a problem. Like society has deemed being single really a major thing. They don't mind that a mother is single. They don't mind that a father is single. They don't mind about none of that. They think single is better. So we have to change that perspective by giving people realness about why relationships are good and why they matter so much. So when you get to that point that you want to be committed, I hope at that phase in your life that you are dead serious about it and you're not willing to play no games with anybody. All right. So again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in today, to the listeners, to the people who are giving us y'all time today, and also to our wonderful panel. Y'all give them a round of a solid clap from the audience, from the comment section. Give it up for them because they held it down today. They really did. They answered all the questions with honesty, tenacity, and just being real. Like, I really like real shit. So thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. I will see y'all next Wednesday, and of course we'll have another really good show. But for these young fellas right here that think they too old to be out here dating, don't worry about it. Y'all got time, and because God gonna give you
baby, help me.
what you want. All right,
baby, can you help me? I'm asking y'all to help me.
Be good to yourselves.
Next we're gonna get Shelby to do dating.
What?
We're gonna get Shelby to do dating. She gonna do the love connection.
We might do that on one of these shows. I'm gonna bring y'all back. All right, y'all be good. Now be easy. I done kept y'all way over time today. So y'all take care now. Thank y'all so much.
Y'all.
Y'all be good. Thank you, B. Thank you, Big Q. Thank you,
Thank
Dennis.
you. Thank you.